Apollo, the sun god, and now I believe he is the current ruler of Olympus. Today, I'm be going over the theory of why I believe that Apollo now rules Olympus. In order to understand this myth, we're going to have to take a look back at another Greek myth. In this particular myth, this is the day Zeus was dethroned. Now, I'm not completely sure if I believe this was canon in the God of War universe, however, this has to be taken into effect. Now, in this particular myth, Hera grows tired of Zeus as she finds him to be embarrassment to her as he is constantly cheating on her with multiple women. So she decides to plan a coup against Zeus. She, along with three other gods, Athena, Poseidon, and Apollo, all decide that it's time for Zeus to go. Either by getting him to drink something, or by simply tying him up while he slept, Hera does manage to tie Zeus down. It's unsure if the other gods helped or she did it by herself. Regardless, Zeus was down and out. He does wake up and begin to threaten the other gods who have helped in this coup, but they all turn their backs to him, and they all begin to plan who should now rule the Greek world. Hera thought that she was the obvious choice. She was the queen of all the gods. Why not continue her reign? But there were other claimants to the throne. Athena, however, believed that she was much more deserving of the throne. Being Zeus's favorite and known as one of the strongest of the Olympians, she believed that she had the wisdom and the bravery to really lead the Greek pantheon. Poseidon believed that he was much more powerful than the lot. Homer even states that he is actually more powerful than Zeus and could have overthrown him by himself. However, he simply chose not to. And the only reason he's even doing it in this myth is because he's doing it half-heartedly. However, he does want the throne and claims to be the strongest of everyone else there. And lastly, we have Apollo. Apollo, being the sun god, believes that he is the only one that can bring light to this new Greek era. This coup, however, was a failure. Briareus was told by Theta or Thetis to ascend to Olympus and free Zeus. Briareus was loyal to Zeus after freeing him from Tartarus and helping him during the Titanomachy. Briareus was loyal to Zeus and freed him from his bonds and stood beside him when he faced the other Olympians who had tried to coup him. Zeus gave Hera a taste of her own medicine by chaining her, and she was only freed after she promised that she would never try to dethrone Zeus again. Apollo and Poseidon were tasked with building the walls of Troy. In some variations of the myth, they were even stripped of their godhoods. The only one who managed not to escape punishment was Athena. She, being Zeus's favorite, was the only one who escaped unpunished. This myth is important because it tells us who we have left from this coup. Hera is dead, Poseidon is dead, and Athena is dead. The only one surviving from this coup is Apollo. And not only that, since he is also the god of prophecy, I believe that he already knew of Kratos' destruction of Olympus. Although he doesn't make an appearance himself, we can tell that Apollo really does exist in the God of War universe. First, there's his statue. Then there's the gift of Apollo in the brand new God of War games. And to top it all off, his sister Artemis exists in this universe, proving that he does truly exist somewhere in this universe. And where I believe he is right now is Egypt. Again, not only is Apollo the god of the sun, he is also the god of prophecy. I believe he already knew that Kratos would destroy Olympus, therefore he simply went to Egypt until everything died down. I also believe that the other gods also fled to Egypt, but I don't believe they had as much information known as Apollo did. Apollo is the only known god that has the gift of prophecy. Therefore, he's the only one that truly knows the fate of Olympus. And if you also kept up with my myth, he's the only god that survived that also wanted to claim the throne. With all of the claimants dead, he has no one stopping him. Even Kratos admits that the god has major power. He uses the flame of Apollo to destroy Gyges. He also uses it to destroy the island on which Ambrosia was held to prevent Ares worshippers from raising him from the dead. I also believe the gift of Apollo that we get in the new God of War proves that Apollo is still alive. I also believe that it is a gift from Apollo, obviously. I believe Apollo gave Kratos this gift as a way of saying that he is in his good graces. Or it's just Apollo begging Kratos not to kill him too. Either way, I believe Apollo will make another appearance, and this is just the beginning of his story.